Welcome fellow strategists and aspiring conquerors to the ultimate exploration of Robert Greene's The 33 Strategies of War. In this comprehensive guide, we will unravel the secrets of historical masters of warfare, adapting their timeless tactics to our modern-day pursuits. Get ready to embrace the art of war and transform yourself into an unstoppable force. Part 1. Self-Directed Warfare. Robert Greene begins his treatise on war with an important foundation: self-directed warfare. Before we engage in battles with others, we must first conquer the battles within ourselves. It is about recognizing our weaknesses, harnessing our strengths, and forging an indomitable mindset. Strategy 1. Declare war on your enemies. The first step is identification. Identify the obstacles, the demons, and the negative influences that hold you back. By declaring war on these internal enemies, you acknowledge their existence and your determination to overcome them. This is the first step towards personal empowerment. Perhaps you struggle with procrastination or self-doubt. By declaring war on these enemies, you commit yourself to overcoming them, fostering discipline and embracing self-belief. Strategy 2. Do not fight the last war. Adaptability is the hallmark of a great warrior. Just as the legendary samurai, Miyamoto Musashi, constantly evolved his fighting style to defeat opponents, you too must avoid being trapped by past strategies. Embrace change, innovate, and stay ahead of the curve. By adapting to new challenges, you keep your opponents guessing and maintain the element of surprise. This strategy ensures that you are agile and responsive to changing circumstances. Consider a business that refuses to adapt to new market trends and consumer demands. By fighting the last war, they become obsolete, unable to compete with more innovative rivals. Strategy 3. Amidst the turmoil of events, do not lose your presence of mind. Chaos can be intimidating, but it also presents opportunities. By staying calm, alert, and focused, you can seize these opportunities. Lord Nelson, during the Battle of Copenhagen in 1801, kept a level head amidst hysteria, ultimately defeating the Danish navy. Maintaining presence of mind allows you to make rational decisions, identify openings, and act swiftly when others may falter or freeze. Imagine a crisis situation, such as a natural disaster. Those who keep their wits about them can provide effective leadership, coordinate rescue efforts, and make life-saving decisions. Strategy 4. Create a sense of urgency and desperation. Embrace the mindset of Fyodor Dostoevsky, who, facing execution, created literary masterpieces with a heightened sense of urgency. By eliminating life's trivialities and seizing each moment, you maximize your potential and leave nothing on the table. This strategy helps you prioritize, focus, and make the most of your time. It pushes you to pursue your goals with relentless determination, ensuring that you leave no stone unturned. Imagine a student who, realizing the limited time before their exams, studies with heightened intensity, covering more material and achieving better results. Part 2. Organizational, team, warfare. Greene now shifts our focus to the importance of leadership and teamwork in achieving victory. Organizational warfare is about building a cohesive unit, harnessing diverse strengths, and leading with conviction. Strategy 5. Avoid the snare of groupthink. Diversity is a strength. Cultivate a team with varying skill sets and perspectives to avoid the pitfalls of groupthink. General George Marshall, by mentoring protégés with diverse backgrounds, created a reliable chain of command that shared his vision. By embracing diverse viewpoints, you gain a more comprehensive understanding of challenges and can develop innovative solutions. Consider a tech startup that hires employees from various cultural backgrounds. Their diverse perspectives lead to unique product ideas that cater to a global market, ensuring the company's success. Strategy 6. Segment your forces. Know when to unite your forces for maximum impact, and when to divide them for strategic advantage. Napoleon Bonaparte's victory over the Austrian troops in 1805 demonstrates the effectiveness of segmentation. He divided his troops, giving them specific instructions to surround and defeat the enemy. Segmentation allows you to adapt to different situations, exploit weaknesses, and maintain flexibility. A marketing team for a new product launch may segment their forces, with one group focusing on digital campaigns and another on traditional media, ensuring a comprehensive reach. Strategy 7. Transform your war into a crusade, led with passion and emotion. Emphasize the nobility of your cause, and your team will fight with conviction. Hannibal, in 281 BC, demonstrated leadership by arranging competitive war games, fostering team spirit and loyalty. By transforming your war into a crusade, you create a sense of shared purpose and unity. Your team becomes driven by a higher cause, fostering unwavering commitment. Consider a non-profit organization fighting for environmental protection. By framing their mission as a crusade to save the planet, they inspire volunteers and donors to join their noble cause. Part 3. Defensive warfare. In the realm of defensive warfare, Greene guides us to choose our battles wisely, turn potential setbacks into opportunities, and defend our positions with strategic prowess. Strategy 8. Pick your battles. Discern between the trivial and the crucial. Winston Churchill understood the importance of focusing on the battles that truly mattered, ignoring distractions on his path to victory. This strategy saves your energy and resources for the battles that are worth fighting, ensuring that you don't waste time and effort on insignificant pursuits. In business, you may encounter critics or competitors who try to provoke you. Picking your battles means recognizing when to respond and when to let trivial matters slide. Strategy 9. Turn the tables, stay calm. Analyze your opponent's strategy and wait for the right moment to strike. Franklin Roosevelt, during the 1944 Democratic presidential race, turned a slanderous attack into an opportunity to showcase his strength and integrity. By remaining calm and analytical, you can exploit your opponent's weaknesses and turn their own tactics against them. In a legal dispute, a skilled defense attorney may patiently wait for the prosecution to make a mistake, then use that mistake to their client's advantage. Strategy 10. Create a threatening presence. Intimidation can be a powerful tool. Stonewall Jackson, during the American Civil War, intimidated his opponent, George McClellan, by pointing out his flaws and creating a sense of overwhelming dominance. Creating a threatening presence plants seeds of doubt and fear in your opponent's mind, causing them to hesitate and make mistakes. It gives you a psychological edge. In a high-stakes negotiation, one party may employ a tough, no-nonsense attitude, making the other party nervous and more likely to concede. Strategy 11. Trade space for time. Sometimes, granting your opponent a small victory can buy you time to grow stronger, expand your resources, and weaken the enemy before the decisive battle. Mao Zedong's communists, during the Chinese Civil War, employed this strategy to great effect, ultimately defeating the nationalists. This strategy allows you to control the pace of the conflict, giving you the advantage of time to prepare and strategize. In a business context, you may concede a small market share to a competitor, using that time to innovate and develop a superior product for future dominance. Part 4. Offensive warfare. Offensive warfare is about taking the initiative, striking at the enemy's vulnerabilities, and relentlessly pursuing victory. It requires boldness, precision, and a keen understanding of your opponent. Strategy 12. Lose the battles but win the war. Think several moves ahead and confuse your opponent. Alexander the Great planned his campaigns with a long-term vision, capturing Persian Mediterranean ports to cripple their naval power. By thinking ahead and sacrificing short-term gains, you can gain a strategic advantage and ultimately win the war. In a chess game, a skilled player may sacrifice a pawn to set up a checkmate several moves later, demonstrating the value of long-term strategic thinking. Strategy 13. Know your enemy. Master the art of reading people, just as Prince Metternich did when he met Napoleon Bonaparte. By understanding your opponent's weaknesses, you can devise the most effective tactics. Knowing your enemy allows you to anticipate their moves, exploit their vulnerabilities, and devise tailored strategies. In sales, understanding your client's needs, preferences, and buying behavior can help you tailor your pitch, increasing your chances of making a successful sale. Strategy 14. Overwhelm resistance with speed and suddenness. Segment your forces for agility, and then strike with lightning speed. Genghis Khan conquered vast territories by moving slowly at first, then launching swift and unexpected attacks. Speed and suddenness catch your opponent off guard, not giving them time to react or mount a defense. In sports, a team may employ a fast break offense, catching the opposing team off guard and scoring quick points. Strategy 15. Control the dynamic. Be the architect of your interactions. Navigate your opponent into your area of strength, just as Erwin Rommel did during World War II. Control the terms of engagement and force them to react to your moves. By controlling the dynamic, you set the rules of the game and put yourself in a position of power. In a negotiation, one party may set the meeting location, choose the discussion topics, and control the flow of information, giving them a distinct advantage. Strategy 16. Hit them where it hurts. Identify your opponent's center of gravity, their weakest link, and strike there. Publius Scipio conquered Nova Carthago by targeting their vital supply lines, ultimately leading to the fall of Carthage. By hitting your opponent where they are most vulnerable, you destabilize their entire structure, making it difficult for them to recover. In a political debate, if you can expose your opponent's lack of knowledge on a key issue, you undermine their credibility and weaken their overall position. Strategy 17. Defeat them in detail. Divide and conquer. Attack your enemy when they are separated, preventing them from uniting their full force. The Greeks employed this strategy against the Persians in the Battle of Marathon, attacking a divided Persian army and ensuring their victory. By dividing your opponent's forces, you make it easier to defeat them in smaller, more manageable battles. In a business context, a large company may divide its resources and focus on multiple smaller markets, dominating each one individually and preventing competitors from gaining a foothold. Strategy 18. Expose and attack your enemy's soft flank. Disorient your rival, lower their guard, and then deliver a powerful blow. Napoleon Bonaparte, during his victory over Baron Joseph Alvinci, baited his opponent into charging forward, exposing their flank. By exploiting your opponent's vulnerabilities, you can catch them off guard and deliver a decisive strike. In a soccer match, a team may feign an attack on the right flank, drawing the defense's attention, and then quickly switch the play to the left flank, exploiting the exposed area. Strategy 19. Envelop the enemy, know your home turf and use it to your advantage. Surprise your opponent with attacks from unexpected directions, as the Zulu warriors did against the British in Natal. Enveloping your enemy creates a sense of entrapment and confusion, causing them to retreat or surrender. It exploits their fear of being surrounded and overwhelmed. In a military operation, special forces may employ ambush tactics, surrounding the enemy from all sides, leaving them with no escape route. Strategy 20. Maneuver them into weakness. Outsmart your opponent with calculated moves. Bokuden, the samurai master, chose an island for a duel, ensuring that his opponent would be stranded and unable to fight. By maneuvering your opponent into weakness, you gain the upper hand and control the outcome of the battle. It showcases your intelligence and strategic prowess. In a game of chess, a skilled player may maneuver their opponent's pieces into a weak position, setting up a checkmate several moves in advance. Strategy 21. Negotiate while advancing. Seek win-win arrangements as you expand your interests. Philip II of Macedonia united Greek city-states against the Persians, negotiating favorable terms while continuing his empire's expansion. This strategy allows you to build alliances, expand your influence, and maintain peaceful relations, all while pursuing your goals. It showcases your diplomatic skills and forward thinking. In international relations, a country may negotiate trade agreements with other nations, strengthening economic ties while also advancing its geopolitical interests. Strategy 22. Know how to end things. Show grace and humility in victory. Lyndon Johnson, after winning a Texas congressional seat, humbly expressed his gratitude and hopes for future collaboration, ensuring a smooth transition and fostering goodwill. By knowing how to end things gracefully, you leave the door open for future interactions, maintain relationships, and avoid creating bitter enemies. In a business acquisition, the acquiring company may offer generous severance packages and show respect to the acquired company's employees, ensuring a smooth transition and minimizing resentment. Part 5. Unconventional, dirty, war. In the final part of his book, Greene delves into the shadowy world of unconventional or dirty war strategies, where deception, misdirection, and psychological tactics come into play. Strategy 23. Weave a seamless blend of fact and fiction. Misinformation can be a powerful weapon. During World War II, the Allies masterfully misinformed Adolf Hitler about their plans for the invasion of Normandy, slowing down his response. By clouding your opponent's decision-making with misinformation, you gain a strategic advantage and keep them guessing. In a poker game, skilled players may employ bluffing tactics, mixing fact and fiction to confuse their opponents and win the pot. Strategy 24. Take the line of least expectation. Surprise is a key element. Hannibal, facing the Roman army, employed erratic behavior and unconventional tactics, confounding his opponents and securing victory. By going against your opponent's expectations, catch them off guard and exploit their mental models. In a boxing match, a fighter may start with an unexpected style, throwing their opponent's strategy into disarray and gaining an early advantage. Strategy 25. Occupy the moral high ground. Create an us versus them dynamic, presenting your cause as the morally superior one. Martin Luther argued against Pope Leo X, framing his protest as a righteous stand against corruption and earning the support of the people. By occupying the moral high ground, you gain public support, rally allies to your cause, and paint your opponent as the villain. In a political campaign, a candidate may emphasize their integrity and frame their opponent as corrupt, appealing to the voter's sense of justice. Strategy 26. Deny them targets. Employ guerrilla warfare tactics and frustrate your opponent through your absence. The Russians, during Napoleon Bonaparte's invasion of Russia, used this strategy, forcing Napoleon to chase them into the harsh Russian winter. Denying your opponent targets forces them to waste resources, tires them out, and exploits the elements to your advantage. In a competitive market, a company may employ a guerrilla marketing strategy, using unconventional methods to promote their products and catch consumers' attention. Strategy 27. Seem to work for the interests of others, while furthering your own. Strategic alliances and favors can be powerful tools. Louis of France outmaneuvered the Duke of Burgundy by seemingly working in his interests, only to further his own agenda. This strategy allows you to build alliances, gain favors, and ultimately advance your own interests while maintaining a facade of goodwill. In a corporate setting, an employee may offer to help a colleague with a project, gaining their trust and support, all while using the opportunity to further their own career ambitions. Strategy 28. Give your rivals enough rope to hang themselves. Allow your adversaries to be the architects of their own downfall. The Bishop of Noyons, with his arrogant demeanor, unknowingly humiliated himself and left the academy. By giving your rivals enough rope, you avoid direct confrontation, maintain your innocence, and let their self-destructive tendencies do the work for you. In a political context, one party may allow their opponents to make controversial statements, exposing their true nature and losing public support. Strategy 29. Take small bites. Avoid direct confrontation and gain power incrementally. Charles de Gaulle, during World War II, started with a small broadcast to his fellow countrymen, gradually building support and ultimately leading the French resistance. Taking small bites allows you to build momentum, gain support, and avoid provoking a strong response from your opponents. In community organizing, a leader may start with small, localized initiatives, gradually gaining support and resources to tackle larger issues. Strategy 30. Penetrate their minds. Words are your weapons. Profound communication and valuable ideas can influence and persuade. Niccolo Machiavelli, through his writings on governance, left an indelible impact, demonstrating the power of words to shape the minds of leaders. By articulating powerful ideas and communicating effectively, you can influence decision-makers, shape public opinion, and leave a lasting legacy. A skilled public speaker may deliver a rousing speech that inspires a generation, changes minds, and sparks a movement. Strategy 31. Destroy from within. Deception and infiltration can be powerful tools. Wilhelm Konners, during World War II, infiltrated the German Defense Ministry, working against them from within and remaining undetected for a decade. Destroying from within exploits your opponent's trust and security, allowing you to strike at their most vulnerable points. In a business context, a competitor may infiltrate your company, gain access to sensitive information, and use it to undermine your operations from the inside. Strategy 32. Dominate while seeming to submit. Peaceful aggression can be a subtle yet powerful tactic. Mahatma Gandhi's Salt March was a peaceful protest against British rule, appearing harmless but effectively mobilizing thousands in support of Indian independence. By appearing submissive, you lower your opponent's guard, gain sympathy, and build momentum for your cause. In a labor dispute, workers may employ peaceful, sit-ins or non-violent protests, gaining public support and forcing the company to concede to their demands. Strategy 33. The chain reaction strategy. Create a movement that spreads like wildfire. The Nizari organization throughout history recruited assassins who hid in plain sight, creating chaos and recruiting the disenchanted to their cause. The chain reaction strategy leverages the power of influence and recruitment to create an exponential impact, turns individuals into agents of change, spreading your message and multiplying your forces. Consider the rise of social media platforms and the power of viral content. A single video or post can spark a chain reaction, spreading across the globe and influencing millions. This strategy harnesses that viral potential and directs it towards your goals. And so, we conclude our exploration of Robert Greene's The 33 Strategies of War. These strategies are not just a collection of tactical maneuvers, but a way of thinking, a mindset that empowers you to conquer any challenge that lies ahead. Embrace these strategies, adapt them to your unique pursuits, and you will become an indomitable force, capable of achieving victory in any arena of life. Remember, the true warrior understands that victory is not just about winning battles, but about forging a path to success through wisdom, adaptability, and the judicious use of power. May these strategies guide you on your journey to greatness, and may your battles be fought with honor, intelligence, and unwavering determination. The art of war is not just a collection of tactics, but a philosophy that shapes the way you approach life itself. Embrace the warrior's mindset, and let each strategy be a stepping stone towards your ultimate triumph. Until next time, stay vigilant, stay adaptive, and always seek to sharpen your strategic edge. The world is your battlefield, and with these 33 strategies, you are well equipped to conquer it. Farewell.